Well, hey everybody. Today I'm going to show you how to make this really cute rainbow zippered pouch. And I call it a rainbow zippered pouch because you can make these different sections of it with different colored fabrics, with the pattern that you could get on my Etsy shop. So let's get right to it. Okay, so for the rainbow one, what I did, because if you have the actual pattern and you've cut it out, then you will have the different pieces of the rainbow and you'll have the basics. Because remember, if you're quilting this is your the shape of your quilt batting and the backing for your quilt. But these are your rainbow pieces. Now, I use my Cricut to cut all this stuff out. But if you're cutting by hand, then, it's up to you. But either way, you have the pattern. It should be fine. So, ta-da! Pretty, right? So, I just put one regular sheet of fabric onto the cutting pad because you're going to need two sets anyway. So I cut it out with this one color and then I'm going to take those off and then I'm going to do the second piece, and I might even do a third piece because you actually have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 different colors that you could use. And you could do more if you want your strips to be thinner. Okay, so since I'm using the Cricut for this, I'm putting the other piece of fabric that I want on here, and it's real important, as I had to learn the hard way. Make sure it goes on your sticky board the right way on your Cricut, and make sure you don't have stuff over here on the edge because it will jam up your machine. And it's better to just set everything up right the first time. So I'm gonna go trim this a little bit more, cut it out, and then I gotta pick another color and we'll be good to go. Okay, and now we have our second color. So we'll just go ahead and take this off. And we're gonna have one more color. And it's okay if you have extra of these, because remember, you need to do both sides of the bag anyway. So I'm gonna go with this. You actually could use 4 colors, and I might, but we'll see. This should be just about right. Get this on here. And I'm probably not doing this perfectly. There's lots of other people who are Cricut experts, but it'll be fine. Okay, so this is the other color, and we got it printed out, so I'll just peel. And so, see, the rainbow's under there. Let me get this out before I jam up the machine. Okay, so now we did the last color of the rainbow. So, just gonna go ahead and peel this off. And you can start creating your rainbow however you choose to do it. Let's see. Okay, that was a big one. That's a big one. So it's up to you. And then you're going to stitch these together. Oh, I've got to turn the fan off because it's making my little pieces blow around. So that is for that one. And I think this is this one. Is that the one that goes in there? Or is it this one? Oh, okay. So it's this other piece. Yeah, then there's that one. And I guess I could use this one. And I think I'm going to put this one in the middle. So, see, our rainbow is starting to come together. It looks kind of cute. So, remember, you're going to need to do, oops, sorry. remember you're gonna need to do 2 of these because you got a front side and a back side of your pouch. So there's that one and that one. Let's see, which side was this? Oh, that's that one. I think. Oh, no. Oh, yeah, you end up with extra pieces, so it's all good. And this one. And so maybe I'll put the pink in there. Okay. Yeah, so you actually end up with 3 sets of these, which is fine. Now you can be a little more conservative and sorry, my fan is just blowing. You could be a little more conservative and just put the specific colors of the fabric that you want. But I kind of like it like this. Now I'm only going to need 2 of these, one for the front and one for the back. So I'll have an extra set that I could use for something else. So I'm gonna go ahead and stitch these down. Now what's gonna happen, because you're losing a little bit of your edging when you attach these together, it'll be your rainbows slices will be a little bit smaller, unless of course, and I might do this differently, where I put it all down and then I just do a zigzag stitch to catch it all together. We'll see. So let's on to the next step now that we've got it all cut out. Okay, so I've pinned the pattern down on my 3 pieces of fabric. Well, not 3 pieces of fabric, but this is going to be the outer batting. This is going to be the outer, but this is outer layer, but this is where I'm going to put the rainbow slices on. And then we've got my quilt batting sandwiched in between. And even though this says this is the backing, this will be the inside of the bag. Although I might flip this around because this actually has a very nice little pattern and that would be cute on the inside of the bag. So let me just flip this around. Okay, what I decided I'm going to do, this is going to be the outer part of the bag because it's just a plain fabric. And the inner part is going to be this, which has a little bit of a print on it. But I need to take that side off. And we're going to set that aside for a minute. Because to put the rainbow pieces on there, I'm just going to, I should have used Heat Bond Light and put it on, but well, I end up doing it this way. So I'm just gonna put these on, maybe with a wee bit of glue, because I just need them to stay in place so I can stitch it down. So let me get a little bit of glue and we'll work on that. Hold on. Okay, now I'm not trying to put a lot of glue onto here, but just enough to hold it down, and you don't want it to be too thick or anything. I just need that to stay in place and line up with my edges. That's all I needed to do for now. Okay, so that's that. You see, not a whole bunch of glue. So let me get the next strip, which I think is this one. And I want to line it up exactly as close to the edge of the other piece that I can. Now, if you're seeing that your 2 edges don't line up, Then slow it down. Make sure you got the right piece. Yep, that's the right one. And just make sure that it doesn't have to overlap. Let me see if I can zoom in on that for you a little bit. So you just, once again, just a wee bit of glue. Should have turned this upside down. Glue's not coming out. Okay. So when I say a little bit of glue, I really mean a little bit of glue. Just enough to tack it in place. And make sure you're right at the edge, because you're gonna do a really good zigzag stitch, applique type stitch there, so it won't come up. Remember, it shouldn't overlap, it should just touch. Okay, so I can actually, I'm gonna move that pen out of my way because we want to put stupid glue will not come out of here. I'm just put a little dab there, a little dab there, a little dab there. So, just a little bit of glue. And then this is the next section. And you want to just take your time, be careful. Make sure your edges are even here. Just ever so. It's like, yep. See, now that is done. Yes, if I had used Heat Bond Light, it would have worked out much better. But this is okay. All is well. Okay, that's that. And now we're going to put the piece in the center. Fortunately or unfortunately, now you could do this different because the bottom is not going to have the rainbow on there, but that's okay. Okay, so just use my finger with this type of glue. It's okay. And just gonna put that there. Just line it up, make sure it's even. Remember, we're not overlapping. So that is one side of your rainbow. Pretty, right? Okay, so now we're gonna flip it around. I can move this out of my way. And we're gonna do the other part. Just little dabs of glue, not a lot, not a lot of glue, not at all. And sometimes it's easier to start at this end and just work our way around to the other side. Boom, and that's that. Now I'm gonna, very little glue, very little glue, because you just want to dab, and you want to attach this. Now you could really take your time when you're doing this and make sure, I mean, if you wanted both sides to be the same colors, you could do that, certainly. Remember, it's your style, it's all about you. So that's that one. And we got one more, nope, we got two more. So I'm gonna put a little bit, just a little bit of glue. And so we'll get this right here. Now, it is a good idea to give this a few hours overnight, let the glue dry so it won't be wet when you start sewing through it. Or if you have not used a ton of glue, then you shouldn't have any problem. But I would still let it dry a little bit before I started stitching through it and quilting it down. And there's that section. Okay, and remember, I did all this cutting with my Cricut, but you can certainly cut all of this by hand yourself. So that is it for right now. I think I'm going to let this dry a bit and then we'll get started on the next part. Remember, this is your inside, this will be the inside lining of your bag, but we're going to put this on later because all of this needs to be stitched down and quilted down. Now, you could have it there and do it at the same time, but then whatever stitches you put here are going to show on the inside of your bag. If that doesn't bother you, then that's fine. But here we go. I don't know why I am obsessed with rainbows, but I am, and I really wanted to make it, so this is going to be cute. So, on to the next step. But like I said, I'm going to let this glue dry a bit, and then I'll be right back. Okay, now you can see where I stitched it down. And let's see, on the back side, it just has these 3 rings, which would have been okay on the inside, I guess, but I didn't know if I had planned to do some more quilting. But that's the one side. Then I'm going to do the other side. And I wanted to show you how I used a real close stitch right in there. So that looks good so far. And let's see. Yeah, okay. We got to go stitch the other side. And then we'll start putting this bag together. Easy peasy. Okay, what you're seeing here is I used a blanket stitch. Or basically a real close together zigzag stitch. These were the settings that I used. And it produces this particular stitch. So you want to be careful to make sure you line up the 2 pieces of fabric right down the center of your sewing foot. So I'll do a little bit of that but I know you don't want to hear the sewing machine going on and on and on and on. And then see, it's making it a real nice stitch on the other side. Okay, so that's all there is for that. And I'm going to finish this and then we'll start working on putting the zipper in. Okay, so we finished all the quilting side. And we're just going to leave that bottom like that. I did forget to do the stitch here and there. Okay, but it's all right. So what I'm going to do is take the front side and the inside of the pattern of the fabric, the inner lining, and I'm going to lay those 2 together. Let's see, make sure I line it up. Okay, and then I'm going to stitch all the way around, but I'm going to leave an opening here so I can flip it inside out, and then we'll also need to do some ironing. Okay, so basically I turned it inside out and I still have my opening here and I pressed it down flat. So now we're going to do these corners first, and I'm just going to pin it here because what you want to do is stitch right across there, and then you're going to fold across here on the other side and then stitch right across there. Same thing. And then we'll put the zipper on. Okay, so now you can see that it's sitting up. It's got a little bottom. And now we're going to attach the zipper. So like I showed you in my other video, an easy way to open a video up, to open the zipper or to insert the zipper, is you're just gonna go ahead and turn it inside out. You want to kind of mark, or you can eyeball it, where the midpoint is. And then you're just gonna go ahead and pin or clip down your zipper to this side. You kind of, like I showed you before, you kind of can flex the fabric a little bit, because when you're working with curves, it bees that way. And I'm gonna go ahead and just open this up all the way, and want to do it on this side. And just, oops, pin. Okay, you can get it pinned there. And we're gonna put one more pin here. So this is gonna make a cute, adorable little rainbow semi-quilted bag, but with a zipper. Then you'll know, yeah, then this will go on the other side. I'm just go ahead and pin it since I'm already here. Got it all the way open. Just gonna pin it. And just get that there. Pin it all the way down. Keep going. I'll probably speed this up for you. And then see, we know that will all match up and line up. Yay! Okay, so we're gonna do that. And I think I'm gonna put at least 1 or 2 more pins. You can almost never have too many pins. Helps keep everything looking neat. Now, the choice is gonna be yours. You can have the zipper peek out a little bit over the edge, or you can kind of scooch it down even a little bit further, and then you won't see it on the top. So it's up to you. I'm just gonna do it this way. And since these are custom bags that you're making, you can kind of decide all the different little nuances that make it original and make it made by you and have those special little touches. So I'm gonna go and saw this down, and we are just about done, I think. Okay, and we are all done with our zippered rainbow pouch. Now, I went a little wild and crazy and added a little bit extra. The bottom was a little plain, so I just stitched another stitch of fabric to it, another piece of fabric to it. And I had these little poofs, so I added those, and I think they came out adorable. So it's real cute to make. Let me see. Why is my zipper not? Oh, there's my zipper. There might be a little, yes, on the inside. Don't forget to stitch down that part of the zipper. Okay. Yeah, just you can hand stitch that. And that's it. Ta-da! Your little rainbow zippered pouch. It's adorable. I am loving these little pouches. So cool. So easy to make. Thank you for watching. And you can get this pattern at my Etsy shop. And I look forward to seeing what you make. And have fun. Enjoy the day. Thanks for watching. Oh, don't forget to subscribe. Bye.